Live.
Good evening and welcome to Dice Off, our Twitch, Twitch, right?
Twitch stream.
Our Twitch stream, where me and my friends get together and play an awesome tabletop adventure role-playing game called Age of Adventure. The game's kind of designed around helping the DM and the players make things simple so that we can focus more on having fun and role-playing. So, before we begin, why don't we just quickly introduce ourselves, our characters, and just say one interesting thing about your character, maybe perhaps a goal that your character has. So let's begin over here with Scott.
Yes, my name is Obadiah. I am a human alchemist and scholar, and one of my primary goals is to create the biggest bomb on the planet, which I believe I have done, and to document the features and characteristics of kings of old and the demonic half-kin races.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Some.
He just ordered. It's lawful me.
Alright. I heard someone say that they can't see us.
I'm watching it on the interwebs and it's working.
Alright. Hey Andrew, what do you got?
I'm Questus the Formal, Dwarf Paladin, and my primary goal right now is to put the gunslinger in his place.
Well, I'll say.
Odds have it, this is the last time Duant was present, apparently.
Yeah, mammoth.
Alright. Yeah, they're saying it's working.
Yeah. Oh, Princeton.
Duant!
So, my name is Duant of the Northern Rocks. I am the Chodkin Githwep Master, and my interesting goal is that I want to give the noble the fist.
That's right.
And AKA the mammoth.
And why do you want to give him the fist?
Because he cut off my middle finger, so I can't flip him off anymore.
Yeah.
So I give him the fist.
Alright, Kevin, what you got?
I am Dayon the Torturer. I am the human gunslinger. My goal now is to put the dwarf back into its place as soon as I fix my arms.
I feel like there's a lot of tension in the room.
Oh, yeah. Some people almost ended up in the river.
Scott almost
Both
decided to bang his two glasses together and try to blow us all up.
Hey.
Sorry, Obadiah.
He drew and you
tried.
Just saying.
Yeah, there's usually an explosion at the end, isn't there?
Oh, man.
Hey.
Oh, my name is Pip. I'm a fur-blog engineer and businessman.
Businessman.
Proud to be the richest person in the entire
But
country.
your business ventures, they don't seem very
Oh,
lucrative.
they're working now. I'll fix them.
Oh,
Just play along with the deer boy.
I know, boy. I know, man.
I said with the deer boy. Yeah.
Alright, so last week, let's just quickly recap. The adventurers parted with Loon, if you remember, he was an elven hunter, from Evergrove, after a mysterious ambush by the Zariel House Guard. You then encountered a goblin warband on your way to Dwarven Undermountain,
Which we promptly slaughtered.
whose beastly commander, actually, you didn't slaughter, you retreated and fled. Because there's quite a few of them. But the commanders said what they were doing is they were building rafts, if you remember. There's a bunch of goblins putting the trees together as rafts so they could
I
have...
was going to try and rampage the mammoths, but that didn't.
Yeah, the mammoths
They
unfortunately
had
too
your
far
kin
away.
behind walls.
And they were trying to get the mammoths across the Alianda River.
Gunslinger.
Oh, let's let the story tell.
They were trying to get them to the south. Apparently there's some sort of goblin war chief named Gropkick, who's made some sort of deal involving these mammoths, and the deal is with something or someone called the Whiteys. You also met a guy or an individual named Gronk, a feral giant who is willing to trade some of his purdy rocks.
Gronk was so awesome. Gronk's things. Yeah, that's why I'm more about Gronk.
And he'll trade his purdy rocks for a piggy, or for the head of the goblin war chief that was messing with him,
By the way,
shooting arrows at him.
if we get piggies or the head of Goblin War Chief, we have a lot of money.
Then you guys cross the fork, where the two rivers meet before heading south and turning into the Alianda. And you arrived at the door to the Undermountain, the Undermountain being the dwarven stronghold. Finally, to deliver the largest bomb in the history of bombs to Gold Blast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Unfortunately, though, the door was already sealed because of the impending tide that was about to assault. Then, while waiting at the door, you met a red-bearded dwarf named Rug.
Thank you, Rug.
I think we all owe a lot to Rug.
He's a cleric,
Yes, we all.
and through his holy powers, he was able to drive off the demonic tidelings that had actually started to devour the souls of everyone.
Name them death worms in my journal.
The death worms.
The death worms.
I mean, it was better than almost getting blown up as someone's final.
Yeah, you were trying to blow up the entire party. Either way,
Mountain.
they were all dead. Or would have been
I mean,
dead.
if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Literally.
Literally.
As worms. They're not worms.
These are actually
No,
worms.
these are
I guess it wasn't theirs.
Yeah, these were.
Both ways.
Yeah, they're these large, maybe
Roaming the grasslands.
maybe like 12-foot long
we're not
serpent
there.
creatures with
Oh, you were trying to
what's the mouth that opens up? What's that game called? Like the
hungry.
yeah, that's the one. No,
Resident Evil.
yeah, Resident Evil. They're the ones that have the mouths that open up. Yeah, they're all gray and they hiss, and when you cut them open, they just heal because of their demonic flesh. And they wrap themselves up around you,
And then
and
you're screwed.
once you're wrapped up, they start
You die.
devouring your soul. You don't really have
I
a
have no
choice.
soul.
It did help for Obadiah, who dimension door himself all the way across the
Yes, I'm at 1 hit point. That's wonderful.
Let's see, and I think that was the last thing, except Rug saved all of you. Now, with the Undermountain closed to you, and with the full assault of the tide coming any week now, you really have little recourse but to travel back to the ford and cross into the Gnomish lands for safety. And there you hope to find Dr. Ebenezer Andersmith III, if you remember him, the last remaining expert on tainted blood demi-humans. So, at this point, how injured is everyone? Because there was a scenario.
Yes, by the way, who has the Tome of Evocation?
Oh, you can't talk. Wait, no. Can you talk?
Well, I can't move, but I may be able to speak.
Oh,
I do have a bit of a condition. Caved in chest. Bit of a condition.
That typically
I might
prevents
say-
you from doing the things that you normally would.
Oh, yes, normally. Quite painful. But
I
yes,
have it.
I can read.
It is I who have it.
You have the
only
Tome of
problem is,
Evocation.
I have 4 injuries yet. 2 arm injuries, a head injury.
No, I'm not talking about injuries. I'm talking about the Tome of Evocation.
Oh, not that
Oh.
one.
oh, what tone?
What home?
Oh, yeah. I think it's on the ground right next to you. You might want to look around.
What's that?
Need hit with
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
how many points? 10?
I think I might have it.
This one should work.
Yes,
It's
with your
wait.
stuff.
I have 2 chest injuries, by the way.
Paradise
So
6.
I am incapacitated. Quite incapacitated, in fact.
Oh, yeah. We're all not doing so
Let me
well.
check this.
I don't have extra spell books.
I got stuff.
Yes,
I
Duan's
think
is
you're
doing
right.
fine. I don't.
Well, that's because you knew the tide was coming and you had to roam with your people.
Oh, I still got a good amount of HP and I'm not even injured.
Yeah, that you are.
There we go. This is on the actual one.
How much HP you got?
Stamina.
Oh, stamina.
I could run for about 10 miles.
And
10 miles!
Oh,
Jesus!
that's pretty good for the
That's a
size
long
of that
ways.
guy.
I am part demon after all.
I mean, you know, mammoths do have long
I'm no
walkspan.
freaking mammoth.
Yeah.
Alright, so injuries, yes, no, for...
4.
You have 4.
I have a
and
head
what are they?
injury,
You had
2
injuries.
arm injuries,
2 arm injuries.
I don't
And,
think this is the
leg
latest
injury.
evocation,
Leg
but I will use it.
No, a chest injury.
Chest
not a leg
injury. So you can walk just fine.
I can
Just-
walk,
Did you just pick up evocation?
Yeah, memorize spells.
Yeah.
Innate.
but I can't do anything with my
I didn't
arms.
print extras off.
Can't do anything with your arms.
Until
True.
morning because I can
True.
heal another injury.
And do you have any injuries?
Oh, I'm not injured, but I only got 5 extra HP, so I'm not feeling the best.
True. And Clestis, any injuries?
I've got a pre-existing hand injury.
True.
This is quite old for evocation, so you have to let me know if it changes.
Yeah,
Let me give you a
it's massively changed.
updater. And you had how many injuries?
2 chest injuries only.
Only
Only
chest
2.
injuries.
All right.
only
Well,
2 injuries of the chest variety.
it's the next morning, and fortunately,
next
you
morning.
do.
Oh, do we recover stamina for sleeping?
No, that'd be before you go to sleep. You'll have a
Oh.
chance to recover some at the end of the day.
No, I can't even do crafting rolls in
No, however, you do have a dwarven cleric who, upon waking up the next morning, has enough clerical power to provide healing to...
I think
One
I did it.
person
I'm
or
missing some
multiple
HP.
Let me see exactly how much healing you can give.
So if I can get a crafting roll, I might be able to get a healing
You know, I
potion.
woke up full
Finish.
sick to the
Nah,
stomach.
there's no way, unless I
know
roll
these guys
super
don't got
duper
arms,
good.
but I've never felt sick like this before.
Actually,
One
I don't think I-
target can heal
having morning sickness.
Yeah, it's like being
dice
hungover.
for injuries.
Being
as how you are the...
Gunslinger, are you capable of moving?
He is capable
I
of
can
it.
walk
You can
and
walk, but we got
Oh,
a canoe for
well.
you. You don't need to.
well, the thing I have. Let's see. The amulet went off, so I did heal 1 injury.
Oh,
'cause
you
it's
do have the
morning.
amulet.
Yep.
So you got one more arm.
Yeah, I got my arm free.
Well, I would.
So you have one arm.
Definitely like
So you need it so that you can actually walk to where you guys are going to
You know,
go.
1 would be nice. 2 would be.
You know, we
spectacular.
could just put you in a canoe and push you down the mountain.
It'd be fun,
Oh, have you ever done
but
it?
I'm not sure the crash would be acceptable, considering I might level half the mountain. But
I'll ride with you and make sure you don't fall off.
cushion that.
All right.
Reactant agent.
Here's going to be your one and only hit healing for the day from Rug, your dwarven
What,
ally.
we met Grug and now we met Rug?
Gronk.
Gronk.
2 injuries can be recovered.
Gone.
So you're at full health.
Full health.
All right.
He was just big.
We could get to Pixetti anytime soon, so I could maybe visit a monastery.
Well, do we gotta watch out for certain princesses when we get there?
I'm sure that the gnomish lands will have a healer. We do not need to return to the pixies. They're quite far away, actually.
That's right.
Pixies are far to the north.
That's right. The gnomes is where we're going.
Rug turns to you.
No,
And
I
says-
do not like pixies myself. They're very.
That's right. So
Particular.
we're going to the gnomish lands.
But I was going to say particular. But
Particular. Okay.
Rug turns
is another.
and says, "The head-bending thing, not my fault. Princess got in my way."
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were her.
Yeah, like I said, not my fault.
Yep.
Not my fault.
No way it comes back to haunt you.
No. Where would you guys like to go, and how would you like to do this?
I would.
I want to follow
Gnomish
Rug
lands,
where he
and,
wants to go.
Yeah,
Well, after
yes.
Ebenezer, right?
Rug's got a mission. We better just follow him. He knows what he's doing.
Rug turns to you. Yeah,
I believe we should follow Rug.
I
Yeah.
do have a mission.
And
You'll see it when we get to the gnomish lands.
Oh yes, I would love to go to the gnomish lands, away from the demonic worms who suck your souls dry.
Yeah, let's follow Mr. Culpet on the way.
What if you do not have a soul?
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe they suck your life force dry instead.
Are you dating a ginger?
Me date anyone? Have you looked at me?
Yeah,
let's
a
do it,
big,
Dave.
hairless, flabby man. Who would want that?
Hey,
There are
hey,
peculiar people.
He's a nice guy. You know, maybe a real fat one wants him.
No. Just peculiar tastes.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me tell you something about the dwarven women. Fat and hairless,
Hairless?
it's not a bad thing.
They don't have any hair beards you could grab onto?
They kind of get old. Like, you know what I'm saying? The women,
Yeah, okay.
they get tired of the same thing all the time.
I like a little bit of variety to spice it up.
All right, let's maybe move past this conversation and start walking.
The dwarven cleric makes the sign of the holy symbol sign and says, yeah, move
Run
on.
away, the ugly.
Alright, I need a marching order for everyone
I will
here.
lead. Duan shall go in the middle of the pack.
Juwant, middle, Obadiah leading.
I'll be third, maybe.
Is Rug leading?
I mean, I am fairly confident in my ability to tank one hit.
Rug. Who does Rug like the most? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is actually going to walk right next to Duant,
No.
giving him some tips with the dwarven ladies.
Alright, I'll follow right behind.
You know what? I should swap this
Dwarves are
rapier
my
out for a
sworn
saber.
friends.
I feel like I would crush a dwarven woman.
I'm pretty sure I could swap.
Oh
this
yeah,
out
you'd
for
probably
saber.
trample all over
The
her.
saber.
The dwarven ladies are a hardy folk. Don't you worry none.
I'm sure that mammoth package would.
Anywho.
Again, makes the sign, holy symbol sign. Like, let's talk about something else.
What's the roll to navigate
Navigate
without encounter?
beat my.
Is it cunning or
Well, first we're going to get down to the fork. So
Okay.
to make it down the mountain, it's actually relatively easy.
Okay.
If
Watch
you
me
don't
fail
want an
this.
encounter with some more of the snake friends, then you are going to have to beat a 2.
7?
Not a problem. So although you do see occasional signs of the demon snakes or hell worms or whatever you want to call them, the tide.
I like hellworm. Hellworm sounds good. Yes.
Yeah, you see their paths in the rock, and occasionally you see these, twisted, dried up husks of animals. But you actually do not see any of the actual hellworms. Rug, with his big beard, big red beard, and his Rambo bandana.
I like the Rambo bandana.
He actually doesn't have a weapon in his hands. What he has are 2 big ham fists with big brass knuckles on. And he just walks with his brass knuckles. He's got
Your style.
chainmail underneath a cloak and a big holy symbol dangling from a thick brass chain.
If we ever have an opportunity to harvest thick hide, I would love to do so.
I have a thick hide.
Shall we skin you?
You'll recover, right?
Eventually.
I just want to take my malleable and make it unmalleable.
Thick hides can only be found by killing some sort of creature, so you can't
Exactly.
naturally find them.
So we need to find some sort of creature.
So
The mammoth.
if you find a mammoth,
For the last time, I'm no mammoth.
You're about as large as one.
let me just make sure we've got
Nah.
everything
Alright,
here.
can we stop being mean? It's not really getting us anywhere.
Well, he just magically shows up after all these battles that we fought.
He was spending some quality time down in the, where was he at? Waiting?
The bandit camp.
Bandit camp. Oh yes, the bandit camp. Yes, he was spending a lot of time with Grendel.
Oh, yeah, did Grendel got a message for me or anything?
No, just keep going on, brother.
Well, that's not like Grendel. He always got something real heartfelt.
He said that you should always make sure that your businesses are like a river and they will flow out.
Oh my god, that's good advice.
Just like your canoe flow, your canoe
He
flow.
even knew that I was making the canoe business. and
Exactly.
then- Wow, Grendel's real smart.
True. You said he's the smarter of the two,
I
right?
told you, he's smart.
So smart.
You eventually arrive at the fork after about a 3-hour trek down the mountain. And you remember the fork is where the 2 rivers meet. The rivers are
The Alejandra and
the copper snake from the north, from the
Copper
Furbolg
snake.
lands.
That sounds new.
Yeah, maybe we should
And,
go to the fur blogs.
It's called the Forge
After we,
Waters.
No, we can't deliver the bomb because the Dwarven stronghold is closed.
Yeah, it was a promise.
Problematic.
The 2 rivers meet, and right before they meet, they're small enough that these 2 bridges have been crafted. A combination of elven and dwarven craftsmanship. So the dwarves laid the foundation stone. Huge, thick granite, pristinely carved, and then the elves put on some decorative sheen brilliant white to make the bridges. They're actually kind of like a work of art when you cross them. Quite immaculate. Now remember, there's one.
It would be a pity if a bomb were to go off.
The bridges have stood here for as long as anyone has remembered. Hundreds and hundreds of years. The let's see which one. So
we need to find more dragons then. I need an end all be all.
These two rivers meet, and you guys are in the middle of them. Crossing the one to the south will lead you into the Gnomish lands. Crossing the one to the north will get you north of the Alianda, and that will put you in the Elvish lands onward to Evergrove.
So the last place we want to be.
The last place you want to be.
Yes, we definitely do not want to associate with the elves.
Let's see. Bridge crossing.
Likely, those elves, they just...
Troublesome individuals, aren't they?
They think so much lower of other species. It's ridiculous.
Yes, quite.
Well,
They're kind of haughty, aren't they?
Indeed.
considering the last time we were there, you all kind of made a ruckus.
We did no such thing.
Ruckus. I spent most of my time out in the wilderness. They're
Do you all remember the hospital?
very hostile.
Hey, that was the time before. There was a difference.
Right.
Yes, I do believe I entered the town momentarily and I left right away. Got a bad vibe, I did.
Oh, I think we should worry about crossing the bridge.
Oh yes, crossing the copper. What is it? Copper Snake River. Yes.
The Copper Snake was one to the north. That would head back to
Oh, not the Copper Snake.
to Evergrove. The other one, Forge Waters. This is the it's a very fast-flowing, shallow
I
river
think somebody's been getting into
that
the ale.
cascades down.
Yes, the Furblog's got
From
some
the Underdark.
delicious stout. I tell you what.
empty.
Let me make a note of this.
Come on, let's just go to the Gnomish lands. Come on.
Now, if you remember, last time you were here, you didn't cross the southern bridge. You crossed the northern bridge to get to the Dwarven lands. Crossing the northern bridge, you had seen several slain orcs and several slain elves, which you tried to loot, I believe, and then
What was the
finding
second
only a few coins,
Forge
continued onward. At the start, or at the, I guess at the north and at the south of each of these bridges, there's a guard tower. And this time, as you begin crossing the southern bridge, as you pass the guard tower, the door to the guard tower of this one also stands slightly ajar. And on the far side, you see several more corpses of orcs laying on the ground, bloated.
Why are there orcs everywhere?
Can I look inside that tower?
Like, do they bury the dead in the open
Is
around
there
bridges?
a-
Seriously, what is wrong with this species?
Was there some sort of weapon? Is there a body of an elf in there?
Unfortunately, no, but there is a body in here. This one has the body of a gnome.
Ooh,
Is there a weapon in
it's,
there?
Yes, it's a gnomish weapon, a spear.
I will take the spear.
Spear?
You know
Can't
what?
equip it.
How many gnome bodies are
Put
there?
that in one hand.
Yeah, but
There looks to be two.
One,
I
two,
think
two.
so.
Oh, you know what?
For
You know
people
what?
that will call for it.
I'm assuming if we bring the gnomes back for a proper burial, we'll get brownie points with the gnomes. I'm sure it will be nice, assuming they don't assume we killed them.
Yeah, because marching into the Gnomish lands with two dead
well,
gnomes.
if we wrap them,
we do have a cleric with us.
if we do wrap them up and conceal the bodies so that they do not recognize them, and then later, after we gain their trust, tell them that we have recovered the bodies of their warriors, that they will appreciate us for the considerate nature of our travels.
That's even a worse idea.
No, this should be quite well.
We do have a cleric with us. I mean, he can make it look like proper.
Yes, bless them and such and whatnot. Yes.
Oh.
No, I say we wrap them up in proper burial style and bring them with us. I'm sure they would want their kinsmen remembered in a proper manner.
Rug takes one look at the gnomes, one look at the orcs. Ah, it's clear what happened here. The orcs attacked and they got killed, and the gnomes got killed.
Quite clearly.
They just dump them in the river.
With the orcs, sure. I will.
Put that tank
I
there.
will bandage the gnomes. I will bandage the gnomes up. I will use the cloth material from the orcs and the gnomes to bandage the two bodies properly,
Yes, you managed to
and
improve
we
it
shall
every day.
take them with us. Whoever has space in their packs.
All right, gnomes. You need 4 pack slots per gnome to carry one.
Is there any rope around?
Rope
I
around?
want some rope.
Let's see, the likelihood of rope being around. Yes, there's plenty of rope.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get the canoe on my backpack, set it on the ground, put the gnomes in, and then put the rope around my...
Well, we'll do that
fucking
instead
pole.
then. Instead of me carrying a dead person in my...
Yeah. It looks a little weird when you got dead people in your backpack. It looks better if you got them in your canoe.
Indeed.
Your land canoe.
Yeah. It's almost built.
Does it have wheels yet?
Oh, it's got holes.
That means it won't float, right?
Yeah, but that's where you put the wheels.
Oh, I see. And how do you plan on preventing leaks from the holes where the wheels...
Oh, seal it.
With what?
With wood.
I don't think wood is a very good sealant.
Oh, I've never seen wood leak.
Remember when we were talking
I'm pretty sure I can engineer something that would plug the holes, assuming we have the materials. And yes, I'm quite confident in my ability as a craftsman.
No offense, but I'm the one who came up with the idea for land canoe.
I'm fairly confident in his ability as a craftsman, despite his linguistic skills.
I can make really good wood.
I bet you could.
So be it.
Alright,
This is one which fellow Piff pointed out. Could I actually use a gnomish spear? Because okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Certainly
We
possible.
didn't know like other smaller.
It's probably more of a toothpick for you, but...
Yeah, that's fine. It's still
True.
pokes.
What else would you like to do here?
I want to push the orcs in, load up the gnomes, and then I'm ready to go. What about you guys?
I would like to look around for anyone that might be watching us.
Alright. Roll your... What would that be? Cunning?
Yeah, probably.
No, well... Do you want to search the area, or do you just want to be watchful?
Watchful.
Just watchful? Yeah, that would be resolve.
Okay, same thing.
3.
3? Let's see. Now you are unaware of anything watching or carrying. It seems that
My result.
you guys are here just all by yourself, which is kind of strange because this is there's supposed to be a guard post and there's no one guarding. It's kind of awkward.
But they're dead.
That's true. They're
I was
definitely dead.
very involved with recovering the gnome bodies, so I'm not sure I'd be able to do a resolve check. But, assuming I have enough time after doing the gnome bodies, I will take a look around.
Why don't you roll a cunning roll to see if you notice anything unusual?
4.
One thing you do notice slightly unusual about both of these gnomes is that none of them have any injuries on their entire body, with the exception of a tiny hole in their throat. Now, if you remember, it's the same injury that happened to the elves on the other river and the other guard post on the other bridge.
How did the death worms attack me? Did they, wrap me up and, bite my neck?
Nope. They basically wrap you up and then start devouring your soul. Completely different.
That's very, very, very disturbing. But...
Quite gruesome, really.
Yeah, this was clearly one puncture wound in the throat. Blood just started gushing out.
To the throat. Does it appear to be from a ranged weapon or a close ranged weapon? Does my scimitar fit? Thinner or wider?
You're fairly certain it was some sort of ranged weapon.
Oh yes. Oh, that's
It's a very
quite
clean
accurate.
hole.
Ooh.
Probably a dog.
I would assume it's probably a crossbow bolt.
Ooh, crossbow.
Yes. Very skilled individual to hit them in the throat so directly.
But why would they take it out then?
It's possible it
Well,
could be
you
a
recover your
blowgun.
ammunition. Why the hell would you leave it behind?
It might be other gnomes. You never know.
I don't know if a gnome would kill a gnome.
Well, I mean, there could be other
Why would a
gnomes that
person
are
kill a
gone.
person?
Because I'm trying to make money, that's why.
Anywho.
I'm
I'm not sure an orc would be that accurate with a weapon of range.
Probably not.
No.
They must have someone of skill with them.
Quite.
We should be on the lookout.
Betrayal, perhaps.
That's possible.
When I crossed through here before, where I came from Fur Block homes, I know I saw the elf in the northern tower. Did I see gnomes in the southern tower?
Too far to see, but...
Okay. Do I know from history if, like, the gnomes guard their tower?
Yep, the gnomes do guard their tower.
Okay, so it makes sense that they're dead and then there's nobody on guard.
No one on guard.
Okay.
Anywho, we should carry on. We should head into the Gnomish lands and see if they have another adamantium wall that I should blow up so that we can enter their stronghold. I'm sure they would be pleased about that.
Very.
Alright, it's only a few more hours of travel before you start reaching the Gnomish lands. Now, the gnomes, they live in these rolling grassy hills. Not quite mountains, not crag mountains. Oh, similar to hobbits. Rolling hills, and they actually burrow holes in these hills and then live inside these burrows, or hovels is what they call them.
Hobbits.
They even have little round doors and little round windows, and
Bilbo, do you want to take an adventure? I'm only going to kill a dragon, no worries.
behind you,
ring.
to the east, you can still see the rocky dwarven crag mountains. Think of these gnome hills as the foothills of the mountains that are farther back. And so, let's see, as you're approaching, they got grass roofs. Many of these roofs are decorated with brightly colored gardens. So some are flowered, some have crops growing, like corn, on their roof. Let's see, they do have the windows. Each door is brightly painted, whether it's red, yellow, orange, blue. There doesn't seem to be any pattern to the doors. There's a single street going straight through all of these hovels. There's just hill, 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 with a street going
we should avoid all the red doors for
Should probably avoid combat.
Chop them down. Chop down all the red doors.
Good idea.
I do say I will put a bullet in the back of your head if you start.
Each of these hovels has a single chimney coming straight up out of the top. And the chimneys are made of miscellaneous masonry work.
Like things?
And most of them have smoke billowing out of them, even though it's probably only 2-3 in the afternoon. And the fragrant smell of roasting meat and vegetables is all around you, wherever you go. The town itself is rather bustling. You see many gnomes walking to and fro. They seem to be almost ignoring the fact that you're just walking right into their village.
Interesting.
They're either so busy that they don't care you're there, or they're just...
Is there an important-looking hovel, like a security hovel or police hovel?
No. In fact, there doesn't seem to be anyone with a single weapon anywhere. It's kind of unusual. This is probably your first time to one of the gnomish settlements.
I should walk up to one of them and say, "Good morrow."
He pauses for a moment, looks up at you, being as quite tall. He's got one hand full of stuff, like a box of stuff. You're not even sure what it is. It's things you've never seen before. And then in the other hand is a loaf of bread, and he's eating while he's walking, and he seems a little bit upset that you stopped him in the middle of whatever it was he was doing.
Yes, I'm quite sorry I disturbed your daily routine, but I did notice that down by the bridge in the river that you do not have any guards. Is this concerning to you at all or not?
Nah, guarding's not my duty. My duty is to build these. So, out of my way, out of my way.
But could you direct me in the direction of where I should go to talk to the gods?
He kind of takes one look at you and he's like, "Ha! Ha! You don't know where you're going." And he just kind of walks around you. Just scurries off. And you kind of just watch him because you're kind of annoyed a little bit. And maybe in about 20 feet, he stops, and there's another gnome that he meets, and they both kind of nod at each other, and they start talking back and forth. And then the one that you stopped looks back at you.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to show the dragon stone and the reactant, and I'm going to wiggle them.
The dragon stone and the reactant.
Yeah, I'm just going to wiggle them like this, just to mess with the gnomes.
All right, the dragon stone, as in
the explosive,
the giant thing that you built.
Yes,
like you got to take your pack off and start.
Yep.
This
I'm gonna
giant bomb.
Big bomb.
That's like this size.
I'm just gonna wiggle them next to each other just to mess with them.
I feel like it could blow any second.
Blow up.
And watch him trip and blow us
All
up.
right. Okay, here's what he does. He points back to you, and he starts laughing, and the gnome with him starts laughing, and then the other gnome kind of looks at what you've got, and his eyes get this big, and he kind of whacks the first gnome to get his attention, and then he points, and they're both pointing at you. The first one's laughing, and then when he sees, he's like, what in the world? He gets this kind of worried face on him, and he just takes a bite out of her bread and starts walking away quickly in the other direction, followed soon by the other one.
That shut him up. Put one in my backpack, the other in my belt pouch.
All right. There's probably about 20 or 30 other gnomes just walking back and forth, busy doing stuff. Some are cutting the grass. Some are watering the
Did
grass.
anyone else notice when I was shaking back and forth?
One or two.
Yeah, that's right.
Most
Don't
of
mess
them were
with
just
me.
kind of confused. They're not sure what it was.
Silly gnomes.
A
don't
couple
know
of them
anything about
recognized it.
me. I could destroy this whole village if I wanted to.
What would you like to do now? You probably see on the street. There's probably 10 hovels on either side, and it just goes over there.
I will ask someone where the mayor is at.
All right, the mayor.
The mayor.
Oh, let's see. You find a sweet-looking little lady. No, she walks up to you. The mayor? What do you need the mayor for?
Oh, well, you see, I have business with some alchemical components, and I'm pretty sure the mayor would know what to do with them.
Oh, well, I don't know what to do with alchemical whatever you said, but yeah, the mayor, he's not too far from here. His name's Ebenezer. Dr. Ebenezer's the mayor.
Where you say his last name?
Is he the third of his name?
Yeah, Ebenezer Andersmith the Third. Have you heard of him before?
Oh, yeah.
He's a researcher. He's all smart and stuff.
Yeah, I'm smart just like him.
Yeah, you okay?
Well, what direction did he say he was in?
Oh, it's not far. All you do, she points to the road that you're on. You just follow this road till you pass 3 red doors, 2 yellow, and a blue. On the right, take a left, and then you go till you reach the brook, cross it, then take another left till you go past 2 more yellow doors on the left. Then you take a right, and you see it. You'll pass a green door, followed by an orange one. It's easy to find. Have a nice day. She starts walking.
Yeah, that's easy.
Did anyone catch all of that?
I followed the direction she gave me.
Right, so I got 3 red, followed by 2 yellow, blue left, and then 2 yellow left, and then a right, and then I'm lost. So I can get us most of the way there.
It sounds like there's at least 3 doors that need to be bashed down.
There should be a green and an orange door if I heard it correctly.
And a brook.
Oh, shit. They must be after the 3 red, 2 yellow,
Yeah,
blue
yeah.
left, and 2 yellow and left.
The
and
green
then
and the orange are the
and
very
then
last.
they're green and yellow.
I pull aside
Let's
and
walk as far as we know, and then we ask somebody else.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
We start arguing over what door is what.
Rug. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I talk to another gnome and offer him 1 gold to take his food back.
All right, he pauses for a minute. He's like, "A gold? We don't really use gold too much around here." As he takes the last bite of a sandwich.
How about
a sandwich?
All right, his ears just perk up. Oh,
Handed some of my food.
sandwich. What do you got?
Sandwich?
What?
Whatever's in rations.
Whatever's in rations. He looks at it. He sniffs it. His big nose just sniffing it. He's like, "That'll do."
Bring us to the mayor.
All right, takes 1 ration from you, just 1 day's worth, and he just turns, and starts walking down the path.
Oh, yeah, we'll follow him. You gonna go follow?
By the way,
You have to know how gnomes think.
I would love to get to a general store and buy more rations.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to a place of healing.
What?
You don't need that.
I think we should just stick together and make it to the mayor first.
Follow
yes,
this gnome.
yes. Let's
So,
get to
let's
the mayor
do that.
first.
All right, Rug is with you. He walks for a little ways, and then all of a sudden he passes a purple door, and he stops in his
Ooh, I haven't
tracks.
heard about purple doors before.
He looks. Oh, you guys do whatever you gotta do. I'll be here when you need me.
What's in there?
Ooh, yes, purple door rug. Got it.
Yeah, purple. Purple's the tavern. Don't you guys know nothing about no gnomes?
Oh, how many taverns are there in this town?
There's just 1 purple door. How many purple doors do you see?
Coordinated.
So he quickly just turns, walks right in, slams the door shut.
Do you guys need me? Because they need me here.
Oh no, I'm capable of handling this. Seems like a very safe
You don't want to talk to the
town.
mayor about your business adventure?
No, by the way, who has the gnomish bodies?
Oh,
He does.
Oh, it's
You
easy.
should
You just take the
probably
canoe, you put it around the rope around your back.
Am I strong enough to carry the canoe?
Carry the
No, you
canoe?
just gotta pull it.
Pull the canoe?
Not without wheels. You're gonna need some huge strength like
Alright,
this guy.
I'll come back once I'm done dropping off the dead ones.
But yeah, just follow me to the mayor and you'll be good. We'll release you from your duty of contract and such and whatnot.
Alright, I'll pull the canoe with them.
Alright.
Saber.
Oh,
Switch out my sword.
Alright, we
Actually,
do
Need.
crap. I should have done something earlier.
We got some rolling
Oh,
here.
do I by chance know how gnomes feel about necromancy?
Gnomes are pretty accepting folk from what you've seen.
Okay.
They
Like, they're not gonna hate me. They might not like
No.
it, but they won't, like, kill me on sight. They're not like paladins.
they probably half of them won't even notice you're doing necromancy.
Okay.
They might. They might not. It depends on which type of gnome you end up getting. So, I do need a doorway here. I wish I had a round doorway.
How many gnomes do I have to slaughter before they notice me slaughtering gnomes?
The great question of all time.
Alright, the guide brings you to this door. It is a bright yellow door, one of many doors, but this particular one has, it's like a different shade of yellow. It's extra bright. It's almost like a neon yellow. So while you pass multiple yellow doors, this is the first neon yellow door you've seen. In fact, it's actually quite an amazing color. You've never really seen neon before. It's quite interesting.
Very bright.
Before our tour
Legislate.
leaves, I want
We
to
should
ask them,
change the color, possibly.
if there's a taxidermist and what color his door is.
A taxidermist?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
got a
going to
bear
stuff
head.
the dead gnomes?
No, I got a bear head stuck to my axe.
Your head stuck to your axe.
Axe.
Yes.
Axe.
My
Not
big
axe,
great axe. And then I pull it out and there's
Great
a
axe.
bear head stuck into it.
That bear head is like 3 days long.
Yeah, that's why I think we
It's
need
gonna
to
be
get
a
it
skull
on ice.
pretty soon.
Stat.
Didn't you beat some people with it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway.
I don't know what that's got to do
Yes,
with
yes.
it.
He doesn't even respond vocally to you, but he does point to about four doors down.
Okay, I'll remember
So
that
is this
one.
the mayor or a different person?
He stopped in front of the mayor. He
The
points
guy.
4 doors down for the taxidermist
Oh, yes.
slash
yes.
armory.
Good gnome. Oh, did you know that the bridge that your compatriots were guarding is no longer guarded?
This
Oh.
is a tour guide.
Yes, we did manage to requisition the guards that were guarding the bridge.
Why are you
And we
telling
brought-
us?
brought
Wait,
them
why don't we
back.
tell the mayor this?
No,
No,
I'm talking to the mayor.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not. You're talking to the tour guide.
No,
Yeah, you
I
guys-
was talking to the mayor.
No.
The tour guide is still here.
We
You haven't gone
in
inside yet.
Way to scare the crap out of me.
Never mind.
He nods, waves, and is going.
That sounds so.
Sometimes I gotta question how smart the people I am with.
Unfortunate.
Yes, the door is shut. He pointed to the neon yellow door, and
I will.
I knock.
all right, from inside, you just hear a high-pitched voice saying, "Come in!"
Okay, I'll open the door.
All right, everyone in or anyone out?
I'll look in.
I shall go in.
Everyone walks in.
I'm gonna keep the canoe outside with the gnomes in it. I'm gonna keep them covered up a bit until we tell them there.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna show the dead gnomes until I talk to the mayor.
All right, this here will be our little gnome friend,
Hello, little gnome friend.
and he's sitting
He's my little gnomey.
at a table
Oh,
doing some work. He's got about 20 different pieces of paper in front of him. He's writing furiously. Piles of coins on his desk. He's sorting them, scratching his head, pushing his glasses up. He's just trying to figure this out. And at first you didn't notice him, but standing in the shadows of the corner, there's actually a human wearing a blue cloak, and he's got an eye patch. You can see a vicious scar that goes down his face.
I shall look at him as in he's like an evil individual. I shall eyeball him with a squinty eye.
He's got a very dark complexion.
Yes.
And he takes a very quick stride. In fact, you didn't even notice him until he moved. Once he moved, you're like, whoa, not alone. Second guy over here. And he says something really quick. In fact, we'll have you roll resolve just the front ones.
It's resolved so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, never mind. I got a 6.
3, 3, 6. All right, so you all hear this. Those of you that are in, the rest of you are just now entering, and you weren't able to pick up what he was saying.
Gunslinger, the dwarf, and the alchemist.
And this human says something along the lines of, he basically just takes a scroll in his hand, and as he does,
Counterspell.
the Ebenezer says, "Well, I'm paying top dollar for that. Make sure you bring it in one piece. One piece. 100 gold. 100 gold. Got it?" And the guy just kind of nods. Yeah, should be
I
hard.
would be interested in this quest. I shall interject immediately.
100 gold is a lot of money.
Ebenezer kind of looks at you. I'm sure my friend, Mr. Grey Cloak.
Grey cloak?
Yeah, he's not wearing a grey cloak, by the way. He's wearing a blue cloak. But he is called Mr. Grey Cloak.
Are you colorblind? Never mind. That's irrelevant to
Colors.
Does he know what colors are?
I'm sure he can handle the task. He says he already knows where to find one.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just north of the
what are we
the
finding?
Alianda.
What is he looking for?
Oh, a giant's brain. Fresh.
Ooh. What do you say we
You shouldn't do that! We'll interject as he's walking out.
Alright, yeah,
It won't turn out well for you.
Unless you like a big boulder coming to your face.
Bring some pigs with.
Yes.
Why are you guys giving him tips? Grant's my friend.
No, I said he shouldn't do it. I didn't say
Yeah,
he should
but he
bring
said bring
piggies.
pigs.
So I can trade with him beforehand.
I'm pretty sure the giant's not going to
can't
trade a
even
pig
do
for his
this
brain.
one.
But anyway, Sir Mayor.
Alright. He's busily writing things out and moving coins to the side, and he almost completely ignores you.
Oh, yes, by the way, the bridge is no longer guarded. Your gnomes encountered some orcs, and they're no longer with us.
He stops writing for a moment. Where'd they go? They should be on post doing their job. What do I pay them for?
Well, you won't be paying them anymore. See,
seem
as
to
we
have
were
been
traveling to the gnomish lands, we happened to recover their bodies.
You're saving yourself some money now.
True.
Oh, I'm gonna bring the bodies in.
As the bodies come in. I was like, I'm sure you would like to give them a proper
like,
burial.
Those things stink. Put them outside. Put them outside.
I can do
Yes,
like this.
but they're heroes.
where-
They sacrificed their lives to save the gnomish community.
I wanted to help out, and I can get them to answer one question from the grave if you need to ask them questions.
He's like,
That's impressive.
what I need to know is where am I going to get some new guards?
You want me to ask them?
Those were my last ones.
You want me to ask them?
So bad.
Alright, I'm gonna burn a spell. I'm gonna wake up one of the dead gnomes, and I'm gonna ask him where to get more guards.
Oh my god.
That's your one
too
question.
You're a fool, too.
But just one of the bodies. I got another question on the other
Alright.
I ain't gonna say no.
So
Does he got a good answer?
you begin conjuring this spirit. So the body doesn't really, it kind of twitches, but it doesn't move or anything. This spirit, the room kind of goes dark and cold. And you feel this, you can kind of sense the spirits here, and only you can really communicate with it. And you ask it, where do I find
Mr. Ebenezer 3 was wondering where to get more guards. Because now that you're dead, you done got me.
Very blunt. Very blunt.
All right, in the,
I like it.
In the gnomish voice, kind of says, you could try my brother or uncle.
No, I don't know their names.
So sad.
Alright, I got an idea. What if I asked the other one what his name was?
Oh, no. Shit.
Then I can
Ask Ebenezer what his name is.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Gosh, you're such a buffoon.
Oh, yeah, what was this one's name? I'm looking at him.
He kind of looks at him like, why is he still in my room? Get
You had a question,
Ouch.
and he said his brother or uncle are good guard people.
Oh yeah, good work. Oh.
I'm just trying to help out as best I can.
Yes. He quickly scribbles down a name.
Thanks.
Thanks. Who are you? Who are you, by the way?
Oh, my name's Pip. I can talk to people.
Nice. What are you? So what? How can I help you? Are you here to
Not lying.
retrieve the brain or the ruby?
Both. But also, I got we know this person who may or may not have tainted blood, and I heard
Instantly, he stops everything. He's like, he stands up, walks to his round window.
I push through the crowd. I'm like, by the way, I also have tainted blood myself.
He kind of looks at you. Yeah, you're not tainted. You're just a gift.
compliment.
You're just a gift. There's a difference between the tainted and the gift. The gift are from human.
I will take out my journal.
The tainted
Write this down.
are from non-human parents. So don't ever call yourself tainted again.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
He slams his door shut.
Yeah, that's what I was
This huge bolt on the inside, like a piece of, almost like a timber. Just start sliding it
Tainted are from non-humans.
until the entire
Tainted
door is barred.
From
Once
humans.
the door is barred,
Yes.
he pulls down the shutter so no one can see inside. He turns to you and says, so, what is this about tainted blood?
Oh, I said maybe. Remember that? But yeah, we met some guy, and he said he was gonna do some research for us, but he burned it all to make room because he didn't think that it existed. And we
Are you talking about Purdle?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
kind
that
of mean. He's
that
kind of an
idiot.
idiot.
They burned all your research.
So we were wondering if you got like a copy of it. Like, I know a lot of people, they like to do double check their notes and do double copy.
Well, my research wasn't burned at the library.
Oh, good.
All the other research was burned at the library because my research was superior. Obviously.
Oh yeah.
That's
so
not
what's
what
your
he
research
said.
then?
By the way, what's your name?
Dr. Ebenezer
Dr. Ebenezer
Ebenezer. Oh, yes. It's not Purtle.
Andersmith the Third.
Dr. Ebenezer Andersmith III.
What happened to 1 and 2?
No Scrooge in there?
They're both alive still, old.
Yeah. So
Not interested.
like, we just were wondering what you would do if you saw tainted blood, and like, a little bit of the history, and maybe, if they're powerful or anything like that.
I think so. Why do you ask this question? Why do you ask it?
All hypothetical.
Well, let me see. I was able to prove that tainted blood does not exist in the sense that you can mix demi-human blood with demon blood. Impossible! Cannot happen! So
I shall walk up to him and whisper in his ear, there is an elven child with demon blood that we have saved.
kind of tilts his head. What do you mean? Impossible. This is impossible.
Oh, no.
You ever seen an all-white elf?
But
He's a stark white. Like
stock
chalk,
white.
stock white.
Stock white.
His eyes get big. I have seen a chalk white elf. It is not tainted blood, though.
Oh, what is it then?
Let me tell you. You see, it is impossible for a bronzed elf to give birth to a white elf.
But that's
Or
exactly
a tainted,
what happened.
as you call it. But whites do exist, deep underground. Very dangerous they are. Their blood is mixed with that of the demons, and their demon blood gives them power. They are incredibly cunning and incredibly dangerous. During my travels, I observed one of their tribe. I was brought to their home in this cavern. Very scared I was. It's actually in the underrealms. Have you heard of the underrealms?
No, I have not.
Enlighten us.
But
Yeah.
we have evidently made a lifetime friends with one of them.
With one of the white elves?
Well, it's
Yes,
a baby.
we saved their life. Their mother was quite happy.
You have a baby white? I
Yes.
must see!
That
Well,
bros traveling across the map.
Kindly in the hands of very happy furblug bandits.
From out of nowhere, he just, like, produces this backpack filled with stuff. When do we leave?
Oh. Yeah,
Well,
wait,
you
we got a couple
see-
more questions before we leave.
This journey also
Our
requires...
initial, before we go back to the White Elf, we need to make it into the Dwarven Stronghold. So if you know a back entrance to where we could enter, we could be done with our business and then head to the White Elf, and you could do your research. It would be quite beneficial to both of us. Quite.
I believe by now they've locked up their mountains, so there's no getting in. At least until the tide passes, which shouldn't be long now. A couple of weeks, perhaps.
Oh, well, in a couple of weeks, then we can head out, because I must deliver this as I produce these 2 vials of death.
He kind of looks at it. I don't know what those are.
Yeah.
The biggest bomb known to man. It will literally level a 25-kilometer radius.
You like your village?
Not particularly. No. I don't know why they keep voting me in. I actually hate them.
I'm very concerned. I will put them back promptly.
This explains his hatred, not really
Jeez.
too much like for his
You know what?
foes.
I like you. You're the first honest politician.
Well done. Well done.
So, I got
Skinless mammoth.
I got like a question. So are these
Duans?
white elves like? Could they like maybe disguise themselves as a brown elf? Is that possible?
Well, I suppose anything is possible. They're
You
quite
said they're real cunning.
magical. Oh,
Cause like
I do have illusion spells.
the mother was brown, which doesn't make sense because you said white ones are only born by other white ones.
yes. Impossible, that is.
Well,
Not
what if
impossible.
What if one of the parents is white and then the other one was brown? Would that be a white one or would that be a brown one?
Kind of scratches his head. He's like, I've never done that experiment.
Oh yeah, me either.
I think we have new traveling companions.
I've only met one white elf.
Did you ask him?
My party thought we had captured it, but it was a trap. The whites are as cunning as,
Oh yes,
They
they,
are
they
foul.
like betrayal quite a bit.
He had a magical device on his wrist, like a pipe, allowed him to vanish after he released a pack of tidelings upon our group.
True. They do vanish with the pipe. Like that horrible individual
The one
who
that's
contracted us and never paid us.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Betrayed
ask
us!
him if he remembers his name. Cause he was in a party with him. I thought he said. Oh, you can't.
Not
The
Gold
party
Blast.
captured
Gold Blast
this
was
white.
the wall.
We entered into their
Hands
tunnel.
bomb.
The tunnel's
That's
not
what
far
I'm
from here.
Oh, maybe we should hunt him in his tunnel.
But-
You know, we could do experiments if we had some white ones.
A lot of those
Oh,
I
by
hear,
the
though.
way, do you know where the Gnomish Temple of Healing is at?
Yeah, we could use that.
He's like,
Yeah.
yes, it's 5 red doors down. Take a left.
just
3
lead us.
blue.
Oh Christ!
Lead
You're not bringing us.
What color doors?
Also, for us to take you to this white baby, would you be willing to give us some gold in return?
He's like, Well, I suppose I can just raise the taxes. I've got as much gold as you need. I am the mayor after all.
We have a politician in our
Lobbying. That's what we're doing.
Good free healing, maybe.
Yes.
But
Well,
anyway,
Come on, Mayor,
we should,
authorize some free healing.
Post haste to the nearest healer. Our party has suffered a few injuries. Not many. Maybe many.
Some could
Some.
use it real
How
good.
many injuries do you have?
Also, I have 2.
Two,
3.
and 3. Oh, yes.
so
yes.
5, that'd be 50 gold. Do you guys have 50 gold?
Do you have,
he's
do
got-
you
I have 24.
you can heal yourself and you'd be
Hold
done
on,
for.
I got this. Mr. Mayor, could you contract them to give us some free healing in order to help you get to this white baby? Because we are not doing so well.
It's kind of like looking at you. Well, I don't know if the white baby even really truly exists. How do I know that you aren't just trying to lure me out into the wilderness to, I don't know, kidnap me for something?
Why would we kidnap you?
I'm important here. You could ransom me for at
In a
least
small gnomish
5 or
village.
6 gold.
By the way, I have mage components. Could I do like an illusion of what this baby and the mother looks like from my memory?
Yeah.
Yes, I will actually. I will burn 1 mage component to do this to show the mayor what they look like. I was like, oh yes, this is not a trick. This is exactly what they look like, and I shall cast the spell.
All right,
and I shall show him an illusion.
Roll your cunning to see how effectively you can remember what they look like.
5. That's
Fairly
not terrible.
effective.
That's
All right,
perfect.
he agrees with you. He agrees. Let me write you an order here. He starts scribbling something down. Give this to the priests, and they'll heal you.
And is there a gnomish general store?
It's like, yes, it's 2 orange doors down, followed by 3 red, 1 yellow, and a blue.
Do you have a navigator?
I'm just gonna.
It's not that hard. Just follow the colors. What?
Yeah, write it down. I've already written things down. I do not need healing. I'm good.
I'll ask him what color the door is.
On the general store is green. What other color would it be?
All right.
Do you have a color?
Let's just go look for a green door. We'll run around the gnome town looking for a green door.
All right.
All the doors are color coded.
What color is the priest store?
Green.
No, green was the general store.
Oh.
They're all different colors.
Yeah, they're all different
What's
colors.
the priest?
The priest is pink, obviously. What other color would it possibly be?
Go look for a pink door.
Don't you understand?
So
He-
I'm gonna look for the purple door.
There's a sheet. He pulls out this sheet. Got them all written down.
It's quite.
Can I have it?
He's like, no, this is mine. You can look at it.
do you have a place that maybe also...
You even need to go. I'm gonna go to the purple door. Be like, yeah, we'll leave on the morrow, and we'll go find this white baby. Considering the dwarven stronghold is locked for Christ knows how many more days.
I too should go to the purple door.
Me and, I would assume, are good... God, they're gonna go with the dwarf.
All right, the purple door is the tavern, correct? Purple door,
Yes.
purple door. You're going towards the
Priest.
pink doors, and you're going towards green door.
But I'll also ask one question. I'll also ask one other question. Is there a place that also manufactures ammo in this town?
Yeah, the general store will have as much as
Me?
you need. The green door. That would be the green door.
Assuming you want.
Problem is,
ammunition manufactured.
You get outside and you
Yeah,
see
I
about
could use them.
5 or 6 different shades of green doors. You accidentally walk to the first one and it's someone's house. You're knocking on
I
it.
thought we were going to the priest first.
Yes.
Well-
if I have a crafting attempt, I will attempt to manufacture a alchemist charges.
No, not until tonight.
Yes.
So first, take care of what you need to take care of.
Will do.
Cunning roll to see if you can find your way to the priest's temple.
I'm charging you for this. By
This
the way.
is not good. Because I got
It will
an
cost
injury.
you.
But so how good are you at navigating?
Cunning.
I have a D4.
Well, we're screwed. Okay.
1,
Oh!
2.
You can roll
Best
your,
that one up.
cunning to see if you can make it to the green door.
Maybe the dwarf had better luck than I.
3.
Clearly I go in the opposite.
You are like this way, and you're like this way, this way. I guess you guys can both roll a 20 to dice off to see who wins.
16.
19. I go to the wrong spot. No, you book. Yes. Would you listen to me? Because I, as the gunslinger, are clearly superior to you, and we shall go this.
Oh, okay.
I need an old-timey like flint matchlock gun prop.
Eventually, what happens is you can't agree, and you go in opposite directions. You find the healing and get healed. You get lost.
I still need to find the priest.
So it'll still cost you like 10 gold per injury?
Because I still have my order, and I must get myself healed.
Wait,
No, you should have the order.
Oh, I have
the order.
Oh, you had the order?
I just wait for him.
Because I was the one who asked.
No, he'll write an order for everyone.
This rapier.
Okay.
This rapier is nice.
Oh,
Can I still keep looking?
It's not a scimitar, but
Yeah, you'll continue looking. What?
it's quite shiny and quite.
Who wants to go to the general store?
quite
Anyone?
fancy.
You're going to the general store
After
afterwards?
I get healed, I go to the general store.
So
Alright.
tomorrow.
It's a ceremonial rapier, some cult of some type.
This one will be easier for you to get. Dice 4.
Wait, what?
Searching for the general store.
Oh, what is that?
Nope. You were lost. Alright, so what do the rest of you guys want to do?
Can
at
I-
the tavern? You guys are just lost.
To the tavern! I'm going to go find Redbeard. Rug. I'm gonna go find Rug.
Can I
Rug.
nudge a nearby gnome and bribe him to bring me to the general store?
With what?
Gold.
With what? Did you say gold?
Yes.
Let's see, the more... You know, this one's willing to take a bribe. So, he'll drag you around for a gold coin.
Okay. 1 gold. Bring me to the general store.
He brings you to the general store, you can buy anything you want. And, then he'll point out where the tavern is so you don't get lost from now on.
Okay.
What do you want?
How much are rations?
I believe they're a gold each.
Oh shit, I do need rations. Can I buy rations at the tavern?
Not entirely. You
Oh,
can buy, like, food for a night.
Crap. Nah, I'm just gonna buy booze.
How many rations in one
I don't need
slot?
to eat.
Set it.
All I need
So,
to do is drink.
well, I guess we should go with
Six.
6 rations per slot. It makes sense.
Okay.
With everything
So
else.
I'll buy 6 rations.
Oh, it's...
Wait, what?
Let me...
No longer iced tea spells lit.
Litz.
Trying to think. What would you like to be doing?
I'm already.
I'm still looking to get healed
I'm not gonna-
from the priest. I'm
It'll
searching.
be good.
You're lost. You can't find your way.
I asked somebody. I stopped a gnome and said, I'll give you rations
This
to
should
take
last
me
me
to the
until
priest.
Is this one gonna want rations?
Way toasted before.
Yes! He wants rations, so 1 day's worth of rations. God.
So, that's,
I want to stab something with my rapier.
so then I do make it now?
Oh no!
I have a scimitar in my game, so
It's
I
not
need to
printed
swap. I'm gonna get a saber. That'll be closer to a scimitar.
in color, so I can't tell if this gray is supposed to be gold or silver or brown.
oh.
It's okay. I think it was supposed to be gold, so it's 1 gold per day per ration. You can fit 6 rations in a single item slot.
Okay. So get
I thought it was 1 gold for 6 days of rations.
I don't think so. I might be wrong, but I don't think
That's
so.
really expensive.
I would rather eat horse meat.
Did you say 1 gold for 1 day ration?
I believe so.
Oh,
that
that's
seems a little bit
Same thing
obnoxious.
as horse meat.
You'd be better off hunting for food.
It might be a silver. I can't remember.
Maybe
You
chat
want
will
to check
figure
it
that out.
quick? Is that possible?
Maybe not. It'll be amusing either way.
I want to ask the
Me.
mayor
1
some
gold.
questions yet.
Spoils in 1 day.
No,
Spoils.
the meat's only a copper.
All the days.
All right, let me put you guys in a tavern.
So I need to go to the general store yet. So.
You're able to find it thanks to the.
So how much is ammunition? Oh, it
Oh,
doesn't
yes.
say.
Ew, by the way, assuming I get a crafting roll and I succeed, it'll be 10 gold.
For how much ammo?
1 reload.
Oh well, that's for powder because I am out on my blunderbuss.
yes.
I do need that. I could give you 10 gold.
I could potentially make 6 powder recharges in 1 roll.
Hmm.
Potentially.
Because I could use some. My blunderbuss. It could use some powder.
But it's 10 gold per recharge, so you'll owe me.
Oh,
Depending on what my roll is. Maybe I'll fail it and not get any. I don't know.
Am I still in
We shall see
German
then.
sword?
Shouldn't
You're
we?
able to make. Is that all you wanted? Was
I
the
kind
rations?
of blew my last load.
No.
though.
Can I see the equip? Do they have a shield? Any shield?
I kind of ran out.
Okay.
Just kinda-
Definitely.
Since I have my second hand now, I might as well make use of it.
Be better if you were
All right,
talking
what?
to a female.
What do you want? You can have hide shields, metal shields. So metal ones are made completely out of metal. They're heavier, but they're stronger. Hide shields are faster, more maneuverable. They can provide you with more protection at a lighter weight. In one sense, that since they're lighter, you can equip larger ones, but they get destroyed faster. And
Unless we find thick hide.
Silver.
silver
Or
for a
mithril.
ration.
Yeah.
All right, each ration, 1 silver.
You
And
don't
only
have listed how
silver
much
full.
ammunition is.
How much
Seven,
you get
seven
for it?
silver.
It
per
should be in there.
Nope.
Right?
I mean, how much
Ammunition is
silver is
not in there.
It should be listed under.
10.
10 silver. Oh boy.
Because under the general store, it only just
So you
says
can
you
get
can
10
get
rations
ammunition
per
there. It
gold
just
piece.
doesn't say how much. Or
No,
how
silver
much.
is 3 per.
3 per?
3 per.
3 per gold?
Yeah.
So,
2 gold would be 6 ration.
21
Ah.
gold I have left.
So it's
So bad.
3 copper is 1 silver, 3 silver is 1 gold.
Okay.
Is there any way to convert hunted rations or hunted food into rations?
Yes.
How would
Crafting
one-
roll.
Okay.
Crap. Okay.
Shield. So, what are the options for the metal shield?
Let's see. Here, you can actually just look at it. Top.
You know what? I want to go to the general store and I want to buy rations.
All right.
Alright.
You can roll your amazing cunning to see if you can find it on your own.
Well, obviously I can find it because I rolled a
3. You did find it. You did find it.
That was
Ooh,
terrible.
I'd imagine there'd be a blacksmith shop down here or something.
Powder cartridge. It looks like a silver per shot. I believe that's what it is. Per bullet. 6
Right.
bullets to a pouch.
Demonkin,
1 silver
So,
per bullet.
Well, my last one I rolled a
how
1.
much
do I
inventory
still
space do you
need
have?
a pouch? So I need
Push
a
that
powder
stuff
charge,
up,
or do I
but
just
you
need
have one
ammo
slot?
now?
I
Did we
have
get rid of the
One
whole
slot, I could
like?
carry something. Yeah.
If I
Would you carry 6 hide?
when I
for me?
last rolled a 1,
Oh, yes, thank you.
you said now I have to get a powder.
That's
horn.
gone. That's gone.
So
When
I-
you roll a 1, you get a opening, and if you roll another 1, weapon breaks.
Oh, so I just need ammo then.
Just
I
need
don't
the
no
ammo.
longer like,
Exactly.
Okay,
So each
okay.
time you recharge it, just -1. And
so it's
check
1
off.
silver per round.
Yep.
So
And
silver-
you can make ammo if you have chemicals and metal.
1/6 per bullet.
Okay.
So 1 metal and 1 chemical can be turned into 6
So 1
bullets.
gold could get me
So, what's this?
1 gold would get you 3
shots.
3 shots.
bullets.
Wrong skill.
3 shots per 1 gold.
Okay, that'd be nice.
So you have
Okay.
a +1 to your parry. With a
And you can
bonus,
buy
so
as much
roll
as you want.
10 parry.
Just remember, it's
Okay,
6 per
that'd be
pouch. Unless you want to purchase the ammo pouch. Ammo pouch is a special device that carries 12
highest,
in a slot.
and you get to roll
In
1
one
dice
slot.
for
Yep.
ranged.
And how
And
much
layered
is that?
as if it does hit you.
You can
after
craft it out of
parry.
4 fabric,
Instead of dice 4, you roll
or
2 dice 4 and take
it
the
looks like
highest,
1 silver
but you're
to buy
slow,
it.
so you roll 2.
Yeah, that's like
2
pain.
athletics and
calculate.
take the lowest.
Okay.
But nothing else can fit in that
So-
except
So,
ammo.
yeah, I'll buy the
for your
shield,
gun.
I guess.
Right.
So if you have
Although
like
if we get
1
mithril,
bullet
the
left
slow goes
in
away,
that pouch,
and
the pouch
everything else goes
fills
up.
up your slot and it's
So
just
you
wasted.
get really good if we
the
get
rest of it.
mithril. So we should look for ore.
So that pouch would still
Yeah.
take up that slot even if the
Okay,
ammo.
so
Even with
what
no
should I
ammo
write
in
down
it.
for this?
Okay.
So it's
light
useful,
shield, I would put
but
a
at the same
4
time,
here
when you run out of
break down
bullets, it's kind of
for
annoying.
your,
How would I break down
armor
1 gold piece for
in
1?
this blank
Probably
slot
just
here?
equal trade.
3.
And then
You would get 2
underneath
silver
the
back
light
for
shield,
1
I would
gold.
roll times 2 parry,
Like,
x2
okay.
parry,
Oh,
and then
I
x1
wanna-
ranged.
am I still in the mayor's office?
And that's probably good.
I
Everyone left, but you can head back,
And then
back
layered.
there.
Well,
I would
I-
put layered in there
Alright,
somewhere.
yeah. I wanted to get a copy of his notes if he has
Because
them.
Yep.
it's times 2.
And then I wanted to ask him where that cave was. He said it was nearby. Maybe
Ah.
we could go,
Yeah.
you know, that guy that scumbagged us earlier. We'd
That
go
would
him
be
up.
good. That should
You
be
go
good
find him.
for you.
Alright. This is going to be you talking with the mayor.
And then if we do bring him back here, alive or dead, would he want to give us gold for, research?
All right. So he kind of looks at you. What are you saying? What? Or hold on, mayor. What are you saying exactly?
Oh, you know that guy that you guys had captured, and you said he's nearby?
Oh, yes, the one who escaped with the pipes.
Yeah. We also ran into him once, and I kind of wanna go get some revenge.
On the surface?
Yeah.
He wasn't
Frickin'
in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh no, what? You know that baby we were talking about? He was real interested in that baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
why is the baby Wait, the baby
The what baby?
is on the surface here as well.
Yeah.
I thought we were going back into the tunnel.
No.
He's the only one I think here.
The
Go ahead.
baby is with my brother. He's a pretty cool guy. And the one guy, he really wanted the baby, and he seemed all nice and
I
stuff.
really like how
So,
previous character.
We were helping him, and then
Too bad
he wasn't nice anymore. So we tried to kill him,
Right.
and then he ran away.
But he
Ah.
was a hero.
Okay, so what exactly are we doing?
So you want to see the baby, so we're gonna bring you to go hang out with my brother. And I was wondering if you knew where the other guy was, where his cave was, so I can go like flush him out and kill him.
Oh,
He
well,
made me real mad.
I can tell you that I don't know where the cave is, but it is nearby. I hired some elven hunters to guide me to the cave, and they brought me through the cave safely. Unfortunately, they all died.
Well, yeah,
That's
that's
because they're elves. Obviously.
In their battle with the gray worms, the tendrils, the tidelings, I guess, if you want. They all died except for the one who helped me escape.
Do you know his name or where?
No, I don't know his name either, but I know he lives nearby in Evergrove. It is.
Oh yeah.
Not a very
there.
interesting character. That is how I would describe him. One of the tendrils grabbed him and bit his face, teared huge 3 gashes across his face.
his name. It is
You're not here. You're not here. You guys all went to the
That's
tavern.
unfortunate. But I know exactly
Find
where
the
his
black.
name is.
Oh,
Yes, but if you find him, he can bring you straight to that cave and all of the white elves that are
wait,
in
they
it.
all live in that cave? Or
They
just
all
one?
live in the cave.
Oh, okay.
Dozens of them.
Alright, yeah, maybe it's not such a good idea.
It's
going
the
to-
same cave, interestingly enough, that the tide comes out of when they
That is
they
really
spawn
interesting.
each decade.
That is really
There's a
interesting.
bomb that could seal it.
So, yeah, do you have a copy of your notes, by the way? I just want to double check some things. I believe you're really facetious and stuff.
My report, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, do I have a
That was a big
copy?
word.
He's
I
like,
am very impressed by your fur blog at this moment. Like,
he hands you
I'm
a
gonna
copy.
give him
Wait.
thumbs
He
up.
grips it back.
Wait, can I?
Whips out a pen, signs
Yeah,
it,
that's what I was going to ask.
then
you.
hands it back to you.
Oh, thank you.
It'll be
Thank you.
worth money someday.
Oh,
A lot
it's
of it.
already worth money to me. And then I'll take my leave.
All right. Back to the tavern
Yeah.
with everyone else. All right, you can tell them all that just
I know.
transpired.
So good.
So now
You don't?
No, you don't. Okay.
Yes! Is there a blacksmith in this place?
Yes. What would you like?
I'm gonna use a forge.
Oh, you want to use the forge? Nice.
Lodge in there and take
Nice.
that.
For crafting.
Slash with
Nice.
the rapier.
Certainly can. Unfortunately, the day is almost over and they're closing it down. So if you want to stay here another day tomorrow, you can do it. Forge. It's basically like work hours, so you have to spend all day working in the forge.
Can I bribe
And
him
you
to
get the
stay
roll.
on like 10 minutes longer?
If you want to pay them, you could probably have them
My
do it at
plan
nighttime.
is to get really drunk at the bar and then attempt to craft a mage item.
All
I
right.
bribe him to stay a little open a little bit
Because
longer.
that always works.
I told him I'll pay double to use his forge.
Let's see. I think it's the silver to use the forge.
So I'll
If
give
you
him
pay a
some
gold coin, he will allow you to use
Okay,
that.
I will pay him 1 gold coin.
This is just a standard one, though. I think you only get to roll a dice 10 from it.
Awesome. That'll be just fine.
All right. So before we roll that, so actually you were going to be gone forging. Where are you? Here you are. You will be forging. And the rest of you are all at the tavern with the dwarf. Rug. You're all up here at the bar. Enjoying yourself.
Oh yes, very much so.
And so what would you guys like to do at this point?
Drink.
Drink.
Repair my level.
Alright, we can do a crafting rolls. We'll do all the crafting rolls after you guys
Get done drinking.
get done
Perfect.
drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I'm not gonna drink tonight.
Alright.
It's rare. I know. I'm sorry.
Alright. Rug meets you guys. Well, glad you guys made it back. I'm already 10 ahead of you, so you better catch up.
Oh man, we should catch up.
And by the way,
Catch up with you.
no one goes anywhere tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have an event.
What's
Oh,
that
I
called?
can't tell you. It's a surprise, but it's going to be
going to be
amazing.
It's
The most fun you can have with
Well-
beer in your hand.
Considering that the dwarves locked their doors, I don't have anywhere to be, so I will take you up on this adventure.
What did you?
Yes, I will.
Smashes his mug on the table. Beer just.
I shall smash my fist on the table and ask the bartender for a drink.
Did we not promise Ebenezer that we would leave tomorrow?
Yes, we did,
Yeah.
and I just confirmed.
You promised Ebenezer.
No, you were the one that made the promise.
You said on the borrow.
You did.
Fair, I'll catch up. Don't worry about me.
All right. So drinking. Let's do crafting rolls for the night. We can all rest if. So it's
I'm gonna craft an alchemy shard, by the way, into a focus. Dice 20 versus my dice 14. By the way, I need the dice 14.
you should have each one should have a set unless two. I see two sets
I
over
have
here.
dice 14. I don't have 2 sets.
Oh, this is dice 14. I got one.
No, a 14 should be red.
Like this.
Yeah, there you go.
This is dice 14.
Yeah, the
Yeah, this is dice. This is dice 14.
16s are green.
Oh.
All right.
18s.
Let me
are
know if I
blue.
even need a roll.
Roll it.
12. I got it! Yes!
What did you make again?
14, 12.
Oh, you made your mage item.
I
Oh
made
my
my mage
goodness. Can't
I
believe you did
shard
that.
into a focus.
How do you have a dice 14?
I'm an alchemist! I get a reroll also, so if I fail it, I could reroll, so. Yes! I'm so happy! Oh, you're screwed now.
All right, what are you going to craft tonight?
I'll repair my level armor once again.
Leather armor? All right.
Okay, power tools. What?
Whoops. I dropped my
Do
sword.
I just get to reroll?
With a +1 dice.
Okay.
So, first leather. Do you have materials, by the way?
Yeah, I do.
And how many are you going to risk? You can risk as many as you want.
We go.
So, like, if you risk up to 4 and you win by 7, you can only add 4 to the armor. Does that make sense?
It's on. Okay, how does this work now? Because it's only damage.
It's
so
you have to
good.
roll basically the where
If it's
is
metal
your
armor, then your roll gets metal difficulty. If it's
What are you
leather.
wearing?
I'm trying to craft a
He's
bomb,
wearing leather.
Yeah, level armor.
which can do.
So he rolls first leather armor, and he's got to have 2 successes. He's got to have 2 leather straps because it's broken twice, I believe, right?
No,
It's
it's
broken
basically
once.
you roll
Oh,
the
broken once.
I can make 6 attacks.
crafting.
And D4 damage.
Where is the armor? Did the armor get printed
Yeah, it's
somewhere?
in there. I don't got
See
it
it.
to you. I don't got it.
But it's only
Unless somebody
It
grabs
was-
it.
It was the one that I gave.
Oh, maybe down here. I need to put this stuff in a book. I might just print it all so it's in color.
But it's stupid.
Yeah, I didn't think about the silver and gold being different.
Shoot. Yeah, I thought we would have.
It's annoying.
I don't think armors got printed.
Yeah, it did, because he was looking at the shields. The
Yeah.
shields and the armor.
Oh, did you not give it back to me?
I'm pretty sure I gave it back to you.
Look through your stuff quick. Andrew.
I don't have it. There's like 3 sheets right here.
Wait. Found it. Okay, what armor do you have?
Level.
Leather armor?
Yeah.
It takes 20 hide
Wait,
to
20?
craft it.
To craft it.
To craft leather
Fix
armor.
it. To fix it.
So, that's to craft it from full. So when it gets damaged, you roll the dice level of how much it is to see how many you need to fix. So I got a 14. You need to fix 14 leather. So you're going to need 14 leather to
Wouldn't
fix
it
this
be
back to
cheaper to
full.
make the leather at that point?
You would need 20 to make it.
Okay.
This changed it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. How much leather do you have?
6.
6, and then you have 6, so that's 12. We don't have enough leather to fix your leather.
Oh, I got
That's unfortunate.
very confusing.
So we're done with the damaged once damaged twice broken thing.
How much money does it cost to just
Yeah, you-
buy new leather?
Probably significantly less.
I could tell you if this had been printed in color.
I'm assuming it's in gold pieces.
Yeah.
What's the number in gold?
10 gold.
It's way cheaper to buy new leather to fix this.
Are you sure? Because
Yes.
buying, it should be like
No, it's cheaper to buy it than to fix it.
Yeah.
It's just a gold piece.
Leather
per
is
hat.
1 bronze. So
Leather is 1 bronze?
Yeah,
Copper.
Okay,
so that's
1 copper?
20 so it's like 2 gold.
So you could
to
you
buy
could
the
just buy
leather.
2 more copper and attempt to fix it, but you need 14 successes to fix it. Which means AIDS, you should just as well buy new leather.
So in essence, you can craft leather for 2 gold, or you can buy new leather for 10 gold.
I might as well just buy new.
Oh yeah, that's
Because 14 successes is going to take him like 6 nights.
Yeah, this new
Yeah.
crafting rule for you.
Yeah, you might as well just buy new leather.
but you're only rolling versus dice 6, so you'd roll
Yeah,
your
but he's rolling like
value.
a dice 4 versus dice 6.
No, he's a dwarf.
Yeah,
he's got like a dice.
And he's got
Whatever, still, it's
and
still,
his
it's still
power
going to take
tools,
him.
so he can roll a dice 10.
Still going to take him a lot of nights to fix.
It'll take him several
That's a little
nights.
bit ridiculous.
It's not that ridiculous.
It is.
All right, let's try it. Let's try it.
Don't
Yeah,
touch
Dice
that.
10 versus a dice 8. Let's see how
Try
this
it. Yeah,
goes.
see how you do. So risk
Risk
9.
all of it. Risk
Risk
10.
all of it.
Roll a dice 8
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
see
just
what you
risk
get.
all of it.
Assuming you max it. Risk 9.
Well, he can risk all of it because
All right, risk
the
all
max
of
and the
Okay.
min are the same. Like you gain
it.
as
So
many
you
as you
roll
lose.
a dice 10.
A dice 8.
Roll a dice 8,
Dice
and then
8,
roll a
okay,
dice
roll
10
dice
for your
8.
second.
All right, difficulty is 1.
2.
Now
So you
roll
got
your
one
dice
success.
10.
Now roll your dice 10.
Which one is
Just
that?
that 100 right there.
Okay. 5.
There you go.
So you got 4 successes.
Yeah, I did 4 to it.
So you have 8 more to go to repair it, which is another 2 nights minimum.
No, you can do it in one night if he rolls perfectly.
If you roll perfect,
This is
so bad.
alright.
might-
So with the way
So that
sprockets work, I can roll my crafting to see how many I can change out one day.
You used
Yep.
4.
What if I
leather.
wanted to like
So
make
you
a
could
sprocket?
reduce
Does that count
whoever's
as one of
leather by
my
4.
sprocket things, or does that count as a separate
And
crafting?
then
I can't
how
make
many-
a sprocket and use
So
it
you
on
have
just
6
one
left to go.
Separate because I think sprockets require metal and
Yeah.
chemistry.
Yeah, so that would be a
Yeah.
different roll. Alright, then I just want
And I already made my mage
Oh.
item.
Yeah, that. Might as well just buy new.
Now, keep in mind, leather armor is the hardest thing to craft. That's why it's so good. Ring mail is easy to craft. You're
And
rolling
leather,
6.
Leather jerkin's pretty bad.
alright.
It's pretty bad.
Leather jerkin
Let's
only
talk
you only
about
need
this
6
a-
to craft.
After
Oh,
we get
okay.
it. We don't need to talk about this right now.
I'm
Doesn't
just
matter, it's not
informing
gonna
you, so you're just wearing the hardest stuff to make.
Yeah.
It's just that's your choice. It's because leather has the
Yeah.
advantage.
I
It
figured
has a
your
lot of
choice was
advantages.
fine. You know.
So,
That's why you'd have to craft my stuff.
all right, what are you gonna do? Wanna
I
roll?
need to do like 16 metal for my volley gun torch. I have.
16 metal.
Yeah, for the volley gun. I
I have metal you can borrow.
Yo, nice.
But can I? So you can wager as much as you
Yeah.
want.
That's what
All of
you want.
it.
I'll just go all 16.
All right.
Use it or lose it. Yeah, it's just against a D4, right? For me?
Oh, yeah, D4 for you. That's right. All right, roll 3. Verse 3.
9.
There you go.
Six
So I got all
successes.
16?
No, 9
Six successes.
minus my 3 gives you 6.
6, okay.
So you're able to add up to 6 to it tonight.
Sweet. Wait, so does that mean all the other ones that just lost all that?
Nope, they don't get lost. You just keep using them.
You consumed 6 to make
Yep.
6 plus.
Okay,
Makes sense.
sweet.
Pretty simple.
Yep. Okay, now that makes sense. I didn't know.
There's
it.
no
Yeah,
reason
yep.
you should never wager all of it.
Yeah, you should
honestly.
never wager all. You should never not wager all of it because you're
Right.
so good at the
Yeah.
crafting.
I should also never not wager all of it because my crafting is
Okay, I guess I will
ridiculously
head to
high.
Back to the tavern then.
All right.
I'll get 8 sprocket changes.
All right.
Which, I mean, there's no point in doing that many. I'm just gonna change out my walker's legs because they're now useless for me, I think. And then I'm gonna get the transmographer, so now I can equip the gadget if I get fuel. Now fuel also takes chemicals, so I wouldn't be able to use that as part of my sprockets.
How much chemical do you need?
I just need crafting actions.
No. Like, I have chemical. How much
Yeah,
chemical do
I
you
have chemical too. I just need crafting actions to change that into stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll
Into
take
fuel. Chemical into fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Understandable.
All right. Anyone missing hit points wants to
Oh crap!
roll for the
Wait,
night?
instead of doing that, I didn't think about this. Can I just work on my canoe? Because it's
You want to add wheels to your canoe?
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Oh my
Craft.
Dang it! I should have kept that 8.
The following morning, someone
Oh.
heals an injury.
6.
Did you pay for your
6?
injuries already?
Oh no, because remember I had the conscript from the mayor, so that's all
One.
free.
You're able to add 5
So
wheels
your
to
annual
it.
is charged.
No! I
one has
would
any
have
injuries?
4 because one for each.
That's right. Yeah, you can only add 4 if you want, but
Oh.
if you wanted, you could add a 5th wheel to your
All right, I
land
had
canoe.
a 5th.
Good call. Good call.
I don't know where I put it. It's like a spare that's attached to the front. Just
Or you
use-
can do like 4 on one side, 1 on the other.
Yeah,
side.
no, I'm not doing that.
That's a good
Wait,
idea.
Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna put 1 in the front as a spare. So
Like a fifth wheel trailer. Like
Yeah.
that you pull behind a truck.
But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use it as a spare. And then if one of the wheels breaks, you just slide it off, put the spare on.
Place it.
Yeah.
Now, do you have wheels? Or did you just carve them out of rock?
Carved them out of rock.
That's really what you should do.
So I got rocky wheels.
Rocks, canoe.
As long as they're not square.
Does that seem
Rock
really like a good
squares.
idea?
They're not heavy rocks. I made sure. They're
Let's
real
see how
light
heavy
ones.
they are. The higher the number, the heavier they are. They're like limestone.
Perfect.
Limestone
Perfect.
floats when you have enough of it.
Perfect.
We're gonna rock and roll.
But what about your durability? Do you think those would?
All right.
You know what? Whatever.
All right.
I'm just testing it out to make sure it works, and then I'll replace the wheels later.
Anything you want to do before sleeping, waking up next day?
No, I
And
crafted
continue.
my things. I'm good.
All right. If anyone has injury or if anyone has any missing stamina, you can roll hit points to recover it.
Was
Yeah.
my stamina
Yeah.
recovered when the dwarf cleric healed
Yeah.
me?
Oh wait, wouldn't I be
Fine,
good
fine.
after the healing? Anyway.
Oh, and you got. Did
Because
you
the
ever
conscript-
find? I don't think you found it.
No, you said I found it.
Oh yeah, you
I
bribed
somebody.
someone with the food. That's right.
And then I gave him my.
Yeah, you're back to full. And you're back to full. You were not injured, and so you're the only one that needs to.
Yeah,
recover
I
yours.
healed Fob.
All right. Next morning, you wake up after sleeping in a very small bed, uncomfortable.
Especially for
You only
just-
could have been fit.
I'd probably lay it on. I'd lay it on.
Isn't it probably just a normal sized bed for me? About
Now, for food and for shelter, it will take 2 gold for the whole party. So 1.
I'll pay it. I got
Oh,
it.
good.
It's fine.
So the entire party is food and shelter for the night. 2 gold total. Next morning, in fact, you don't even get to sleep in. Rug is waking you each up early.
Why?
Bang, 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 bang!
I'm surprised he's awake.
Get up! All of you! You're gonna miss it! Let's go!
Bacon! I want some bacon. It's morning and I'm hungry and I want eggs and bacon.
I tell you, you keep banging on my door, the next bang is gonna come from my gun.
Get out before it is time! You're gonna miss it! He just starts throwing stuff.
I'll be like, the hell with those guys. Let's do this.
I'm curious to see what this is, so I will join you for a moment.
Yes.
Fine, I follow this.
All right. So no one tries to stay in bed, or does someone?
Nah, I'll get up.
Bed's overrated.
He had a bucket of water, and he was willing and ready to use it. And he's like,
I will drink some of the
That might have been a
water.
dead dwarf.
"You're lucky you got up, because otherwise I would have used this water. And if there would have been a second person, I would have used something else, and that would have been pleasant." He hurries.
Warhammer?
He hurries all of you in a big party, and you're not the only one going. There are gnomes coming out of red doors, blue doors, yellow doors, and they are as happy as
Screw
can
them!
be.
We gotta beat them! Let's go, man! Let's go, right?
There's just a mob of them. You don't
Lead the way!
gnome
All through
after gnome everywhere. There's just a crowd, and you're just standing like head above, like shoulders, and most of your stomach above all of them. So you said you're walking.
In South Korea.
Imagine. You kind of feel like you're at like an elementary school. Like the bell just released is what happened. Or never been there. Sounds interesting.
Be there in a few months.
In the distance, you can hear this like ding, 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 ding sound, like a bell just getting hit, but with a hammer, really loud. And as you crest over the hill, you can see down into this big valley where all these hills are surrounding. There's all these multicolored rainbow doors in every single direction.
No.
There's
Too many colors.
every single door every single color you can possibly imagine.
Fire
Hundreds of
can-
doors,
fire
and there
can-
are thousands of gnomes all flooding down into the big valley. There's kind of like a small pool there, and right next to it, there has been built this large box. It's maybe about 20 feet by 20 feet and about 3 feet tall, wrapped in blue canvas. And these a pedestal has been put at the corner of each box, and these ropes have been stretched between each pedestal. And the guy who's ringing, there's a bell right outside, and there's a guy with kind of like a cone or something to magnify his voice, and he's saying, "Come on, come all! We're about to begin with the great gnome wrestling contest!"
I'll push people aside.
Wait, he said gnome wrestling.
I'm a gnome.
Can I cast an illusion on him to make him look like a gnome?
It will last for as long as you have spell components to cast.
I need to.
I can give
Better
you all my spell components.
I
and my
need a better spell component to do this. This is not gonna be good.
You're just being crowded in every single side, like on every single side. You can't even move, and before you know it, you realize there's like mugs of beer in your hands. You don't even know where they came from, and you didn't even pay for them. People just start handing them out as you're walking. You just grab one.
Well, I'm pretty happy about this place.
And the smells of gnomes are like they're cooking. Gnomes everywhere are just cooking stuff. It's kind of like
It's like Oktoberfest, but no beans.
it's like Gnome Oktoberfest.
Gnome Oktoberfest.
There's ovens that have been set up
Smells
nearby.
like mushroom brew.
Several gnomes have
Not only will you
portable
get drunk, but you'll
ovens
hallucinate. It'll be great.
where they're walking and they have an
Absolutely.
oven strapped to them and they're cooking things while they walk, and they're just flipping. Like one gnome will have a bunch of eggs and he'll just crack it over this other gnome who's carrying the oven, and a third gnome will be flipping the eggs, and they just start throwing them to people. You got
that's
eggs
like teamwork.
and bacon
Why can't we be
and
like
beer,
that? I like
and you're
these
like,
gnomish
what in the
lives.
world is going on? You've never seen anything like this. And all the gnomes are dressed in different colors. And what ends up happening is the guy who has the megaphone starts calling out the contenders' names. And he says, "Today, we've got in this corner the Raunchy Twins." And,
Raunchy Twins.
and the crowd suddenly goes silent for just a split second.
And
And then they all start going, "Boo! Boo! We hate
I'm gonna
you!"
cheer for the Raunchy Twins.
I'd like to bet 5 gold.
And there are these
Yes!
ugly gnomes, the ugliest gnomes you can possibly imagine, with these skin-tight, silver-colored and bronze-colored pants. And they got big beards, like they're like dwarven-looking beards, but they're gnomes, and they're just really kind of awkward. And they've got all this nasty, long, dark hair growing all over their skin. And one of them is like, is doing this, and he like smells his armpit. He's like, ugh. And all the crowd is like, take a bath. You guys suck. We hate you. Boo. And then the announcer says, and in this corner. And as soon as he says that, the entire crowd goes silent again, only for a moment. And then they begin to chant. They're like, G-G, G-G, G-G. And it just gets louder and louder until you can't even hear the announcer anymore. And then some gnomes over here start yelling, Gary Ganderbell, G-G, G-G.
Gary Ganderville? I mean, his name is Gary. He's got to go down. He's got to go down. Screw this guy. The hell with him.
The entire gnome, like all 1,000 gnomes, are up on their feet.
No way!
Cheering,
No way!
cheering for Gary.
No, I'm totally gonna sabotage it. The
Gary-
gnomes are winning.
Gary, you see him appear, and as he appears, fireworks shoot up from behind him, and it's quite impressive.
I will burn a mage component to nullify that.
Everyone just starts cheering, and you see this gnome. He's wearing one of those wrestling masks where the whole mask is covering his entire head, and it's rainbow colored.
I'm gonna curse him.
And this gnome is wearing rainbow-colored pants.
Well, it does sound like Gary. It does sound like Gary.
And
Just saying.
he
These are
looks
new times.
different than most
No, not new
gnomes.
times. All the time.
This gnome has like super smooth skin with rippling abs. And,
That's not Gary. That's not Gary
he's
at
super
all.
tan. He's got these huge muscles. And he's got
It's obviously an illusion.
this really awkward, like this weird awkward patch of chest hair.
I bet he's.
It's
yeah,
really thick.
Yeah.
And it's also rainbow
I bet he's
colored.
perverted as well.
Oh.
He's also well oiled, by the way. So the lights
Oh, that makes sense. That
from the
makes
flare
sense.
just his entire body just glistens, and all of these like girl gnomes in the front row, they just start going, "Oh, scary!"
Based
Woo!
on his role, so it makes sense. This guy's gotta go down. He's gotta go down!
They start cheering for him, and some people are saying like, "We love Gary. We don't like."
No way. No one's gonna do that.
All right, so then they all get into the ring. They start running around circles, and since it's Gary versus the
cheating.
twins,
I'm cheating.
so there's
I don't
one.
know how I'm cheating, but I'm cheating.
They start telling you, Rug and some of the other gnomes around you start telling you about this guy named Gary. They're like, we don't even know where it came from. Just one day he appears and starts beating everyone. He's unstoppable, undefeated. He's going to be the champion.
Oh, screw that guy.
So the guy rings the bell, ding, 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 and they start fighting. So it's there's twins, so one of them has to stay out, and one of them gets to come in.
Oh, tagging.
Tag team. So it's one guy versus one guy, but if they can tag, they can switch.
Good tag.
But the Gary guy is fighting all by himself.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna continually cast Bewilder
On the others. Oh no!
on Gary. Gary's
on
gonna
Gary.
be continually bewildered. We'll have it opening 100% of the time.
I'll put
All
money
right.
on the twins.
It's a zero cast concentration spell.
All right, you can put as much money on the twins as you want. Anyone will take that bet because this is a guaranteed automatic win.
Nah, fuck that guy. He's bewildered 100% of the time.
All right. Unfortunately, you can't quite cast Bewilder from this far. You gotta start
I
pushing your way to the
I
crowd.
will punt gnomes out of my way.
Gnome football.
All right. So as you start making your way through the crowd, just smacking gnomes left and right to get close. the bell dings, and the two of them just start running. And at first, Gary basically just, instead of even messing with the raunchy twins, he just turns and flexes to the crowd, and the whole crowd goes wild.
I will do.
They start cheering.
so I
they
can
start
see
drinking.
through any.
They start the wave.
Bullshit he does.
And the first raunchy twin, the ugly one with the black hair, the other one has more of a brownish red hair, just kind of jumps on his back, puts him in a headlock, starts punching him in the face.
That's right.
And the crowd, boo, boo!
No, yay!
And GG Gary just kind of, all he does is just punches him right in the face, and teeth and blood just go flying. And the raunchy twin just gets laid
Can I
out after
glow
one punch.
invulnerability?
Roll
Unfortunately, I
your...
believe that's only me. Damn it!
Oh, yeah, I suppose. So the first one goes down, and immediately the second twin cheats, basically, runs into the ring, and everyone starts booing as the second raunchy twin. And he runs up and tries to drop kick him with a double feet right to his face, and Gary just kind of slaps him out of the way, and the twin just rolls.
He's cheating. He's clearly cheating. I'm totally doing all clarity. What does this guy actually look like? Is he an ogre or a giant?
All right, you cast your spell, and what does all clarity reveal? Just
All
illusions?
clarity reveals caster immune to enemy saves, stealth, invisibility, cover to enemy enchantment magic, to enemy opportunity attacks. Caster treats all squares in front as regular squares.
What you can tell is, one, it's not an illusion. He's actually this short little gnome with the face mask on, with these unusually strange rippling muscles.
Steroids.
Yes.
And with this awkward rainbow patch of hair on his chest. And he's wearing these gloves that are strangely, the only thing that are not rainbow about him are these really awkwardly thick gloves. They're almost like oven mitts. That's kind of the weird thing about them. I should say
Oven mitts of power.
And so both of the raunchy twins are on the ground trying to recover. Blood's coming out of their face. And Gary kind of again turns to the crowd, but this time to the ladies, the lady gnomes in the front.
Oh, screw that guy.
And he just kind of starts making like I love you faces towards them, and then he does like a pelvic thrust, and they all just faint.
Am I within range to grab one of the raunchy twins?
You're still probably maybe 30 or 40 feet out.
Damn it!
You're quite a ways off. One of the raunchy twins gets back up while Gary is, flexing to the crowd. Everyone's still going wild. Everyone's still going crazy.
Obviously.
And he grabs a chair from nearby, runs over and tries to hit him in the back with the chair. And the chair just snaps in half. His head does go down, but he doesn't seem to be fazed by the fact he just got hit in the head by a chair.
I know what I'm going to do.
He turns around, tries to grab the raunchy twin, and quickly rolls out of the way. And everyone's going wild again because it's Gary, the most amazing thing that has ever happened to the world of gnome wrestling. Soon after that, it becomes almost comical as the two gnomes are chasing each other. Well, one's running in fear. The other one, Gary, is chasing the one
I
running
would
in fear.
cast Pierce Magic on said Gary.
Catch him! Catch him!
No, Pierce Magic. One target in sight range has current magic resistance, immunity to dispel for duration of combat, drains target of all mana casting tokens, and removes all active concentration spells. Boom!
All active concentration.
All active concentration.
All magic
nullified.
resistance.
All magic resistance nullified.
All right. And just those two things is all it affects?
Yep.
Okay. He kind of stops momentarily and kind of looks in the crowd, but there's so many people you can't really tell what has happened.
He doesn't see the massive...
In that, he probably does see, but
I just want one of the
there's so
raunchy
many
twins to get a good punch on.
So, in that time, the one raunchy twin is able to escape, and he gets outside the ropes. The other one has now recovered. There's still blood coming out of his face, and his teeth are still missing. And he kind of goes and looks around, and he's asking people to throw him something, and they throw him...
Come on, like a warhammer!
No, not a warhammer.
Maul!
They throw him a giant metal cat. cask, like something like you would have.
Oh, beer like this.
Yeah, almost exactly like
a
that.
beer stein.
Tankard.
Like a big beer stein.
But bigger. You could
Just
fit a lot more.
smash the
Like a
shit
cat
out of
on
him.
And he catches it, and he turns back, and he runs up to hit Gary in the back of the head. Smashes him as hard as he can, but hardly again phases him. The tankard bends. Gary spins, grabs him, lifts him up easily with one hand, like it's not even a thing. And then he
magic!
I don't think it's magic.
then he slaps him once, and then the cheer starts. So like, slap the gnome, slap the gnome. Silence! Slap the gnome.
I'll cast silence on it!
Wait.
Screw that!
The people are screaming, slap the gnome. You want to cast silence on the people?
I'm gonna cast... You know what? Screw you guys! Fuck you! Target enemy mage in sight range loses ability to cast spells until I lose concentration.
All right. Again, all of these things don't seem to be affecting him. He's apparently
So frustrated!
he's not casting spells. He's not concentrating on spells. He doesn't seem to be a wizard at all.
Damn it!
So eventually he slaps him up, and
Put up them gloves.
Yep.
he grabs the two eventually and clunks their heads together. They're both unconscious, and he pins them both at the same time with two hands. The crowd goes wild.
I go on.
Beer is flowing. The crowd rushes up onto the stage. They lift Gary up in his amazing rainbow-colored suit.
Oh,
Is it only mages?
can I try-
Is it only gnomes allowed to participate in this event, or can
Only gnomes are allowed. If you are not a gnome, you cannot fight.
Child!
I want to go in the middle and lift him up so he's way higher.
No.
The gnomes can't lift him up. I'm up real high.
All right, strength roll versus the crowd, because there's so many people. The crowd gets a dice 20.
Uh-oh.
You're
Well,
gonna
you
I
roll
need
first
sequels.
to see if I can beat it.
I wanted to turn this furblog into a gnome.
wow. The crowd has gone so wild that there is no way you can get there without seriously harming / killing gnomes to get up there.
It's almost worth it. But they did give me free beer.
Hey, all the judges at this event.
There isn't like they don't
Any
even need
officials?
one. There's no reason to even need one. It's Gary. It's GG Gary Ganderbell, undefeatable. No.
So there's no final complaint with.
You know this is not fair. Because anything Gary related is a sin.
Can I just talk to someone who looks like they're in charge and be like, inspect those gloves?
Damn it.
Inspect those gloves.
Someone's using weighted gloves here.
The gnomes are the gnome that you talk to. I mean, just a random gnome that's next to you. He's like, "What's wrong with his gloves? He can dress up however he wants. That's how gnomes. You can
Okay,
make
no.
your own costume. It's
Are
no
magical
rules."
items banned from this competition?
There's you. The only rule is you can dress however you want, and whoever wins wins.
Well,
And you have to be a gnome. I mean, it is gnomish wrestling.
Do you guys do furblog wrestling around here?
Why did I pick terrible spell
Okay.
skills?
No.
Why did I not take
No.
complete cancel magic? Damn it!
Could we pit, have the full blog and this Gary guy fight?
He's not a furblog, he's a gnome.
Yeah. What? That's my middle name.
That's right. That's what I thought.
Just make things interesting.
Rule number one: gnome wrestling only involves gnomes.
But what if we don't call it gnome wrestling?
Why would you go to non-gnome wrestling?
I'm with
Gnome
you.
wrestling has bacon and eggs and beer all day long.
It has all
Here's
the
the
same
same
thing.
thing.
Whoa, whoa.
What if you had just
Wrestle.
What if you had just wrestling with
Oh,
bacon
boy.
and eggs and beer?
You said it was all day long.
All day long.
Well, then I'm gonna need a refill.
you don't even need to refill. You already got one.
I throw my cup on the ground and pour out my hands for new beer.
And people just throw them into your hand. This is an all week long thing.
If we have a week-long thing, that means I have 7 days to make sigils. Which means I could potentially get you 6 minutes of gnomish illusion to go smash this guy's face.
We might have to enter on day 7 and see how this gnomish wrestling.
have to enter on day 7.
Because I could get him 30 minutes of beatdown time.
I don't think it'd take much more than one. Stretch out a little bit more.
All right, so
All goes down in a hit. Well, that sucks.
I got a plan now.
it takes. There's about an hour, 2 hours of partying before they set up the ring again. And again, it's Gary fighting some more oncomers. And again, the battle.
I will
the same
continue
way.
to interfere.
I will. Will anyone take a bet not on Gary?
No,
Regardless of,
that would be crazy.
regardless of how good Gary does, I will continually cast Bewilder on Gary to try and give him openings so that someone may stand somewhat of a chance.
All right. Throughout the day, the Bewilder does seem to have an effect on him. It does make him get confused, and people are able to actually land hits on him before they couldn't. So occasionally they'll get a hit on him, but it doesn't really seem to affect him. The hits don't.
Care. As long as he gets punched in the face, I'm fine.
So what kind of is going on is all day any challenger can come up and is kind of like a king of the hill. Whoever wins, whoever's the last man standing is the town champion. And each day the ring goes to a different gnomish village, and then in the gnome capital, they have the ultimate fight at the end of the week. So Gary is the one that is going to be representing this gnomish village.
We need to do some crafting rolls.
So,
I mean, I'm willing to burn really high spell to make sure that Piff can punch Gary in the face.
during these fights, I want
Or punch Gary into the
a
next
drinking
round.
game with my new friend Rug, and every time Gary punches somebody, we both take a drink. All day.
All right. Oh, Piff is going to be really
Now-
drunk. But still, I'm going to do this.
There's a couple strange things about Gary that you notice. First, he seems like when he gets hit, it does hurt, but it's almost like he's made out of steel.
Wait a
The
minute.
hits don't really seem to affect
Is there a spell in some specific spell book that is destroy magic item?
No.
The second thing about Gary is he seems to be incredibly agile for an elf. Like, he can run.
For a gnome?
He's actually an elf. That's nice.
Is he an elf?
No, he's a
A
gnome.
midget elf.
I'm pretty sure all clarity would let me know what his race is.
No, he definitely looks like a gnome.
Okay.
He's as agile as an elf. That was what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So he can jump around like an elf. He can move as fast as an elf. He does these amazing dexterous spins and jumps and hops. He actually moves like an elf. But he's the size of a gnome and looks like a gnome. But he hits like a freight train. And you have no idea why. In fact, you're impressed by his hits.
Uh-oh.
Like, you would think a furball could hit like that. So he
I
hits
don't
like a
think I should do
furball.
it, guys.
He moves like an elf.
I think you should do it too.
Uh-oh.
But he's the size of a gnome. So it's
Okay.
kind of
Gary
interesting.
We're gonna need some crafting. This is happening. I'm illusioning Piff to be a gnome. And Piff is gonna punch his face in.
All right.
Does Gary seem to talk weird, move weird, like besides his agileness?
Strangely, you can't tell because he makes no sounds. He just does gestures. Like he flexes,
But never says a
and
word.
the women swoon, and then he does pelvic thrusts, and the women faint, and he
Screw
does
that!
he does
No! No way! I have a spell to stop this. I have no idea. Alright, give me a second.
So-
I'll figure
Maybe
this
machine.
Let's see. By about 3
Machine.
I was thinking that or like undead being controlled.
By about
No.
3 in the afternoon. Actually, each hour you probably have to make vitality rolls to determine whether or not you get drunk. At which point,
Each
Do
hour?
I have to drink?
Oh, screw this. I'll do it.
Oh, God, that's 6.
Oh
Anyone-
my god!
anyone
That
who
is
rolls
so good!
a 1 becomes drunk.
7!
So,
Yes!
so keep rolling until you become drunk. Basically, is how it works.
1.
You are instantly
10
drunk.
again!
Nice.
Wait, how many rolls do we get?
It's going to go on for 6 hours, so roll 6 times.
I definitely
Do you
rolled
have
a
to
D6.
drink?
You don't have to drink.
Never mind. I'm drunk on hour 2.
I got drunk on hour 5.
I am just more interested in observing.
Okay.
So I just start casting random magic into the crowd. It's like, I'm trying to screw Gary up, but fuck you guys.
Babbling, fuck Gary.
I rolled 6 times
damn
on my
it.
last roll. I rolled 11, so I think I'm
I
still
should
good.
You're still good?
Combat
Alright.
and user just challenge.
I'm not doing any combat spells. I'm just doing
Alright.
debuffs.
All right. Well, the rest of the day goes by just fine. Gary, of course, comes out as the undisputed champion. In fact, the last hour, no one even wants to face him, so it's just him flexing for an hour for all the ladies.
I'm almost ready to just jump in there and face it. Just because screw him and screw the Gnomish tradition.
I'm tempted to just jump in there, cast Righteous Challenge on him.
I think you take a metal rod and just kind of like bang against him if he starts making tin noises.
Oh, break time?
Ding, 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 ding.
9? Yeah, we can do a break.
So,
Yep.
So let's
Gary's
stop.
going down. He's so going down.
We'll take a break, at which point the party is going to plan on how to defeat Gary. And then we'll come back in about 10 minutes. So thanks for sticking with us.